Hey there, it's September 2024. My name is Yvette LaFleur with Healing with Yvette, and I have a crystal divination for you, giving you an outlook for the month of September. Divination is like using cards, except for using crystals here. You know, some people use tea leaves. All different types of items can be used for divination. In this case, we're using crystals, and we're focusing on the month of September. So I asked, prior to throwing the crystals on the grid, I asked what message they have for you, and I'm about to share with you what it is to look out for or be aware of for the month of September. We're going to start with the area of yourself right here, your identity. And this is brown agate. And this month for you is about stability. It's about grounding, releasing any anger, and fostering love. And I think it's kind of interesting as we gear up in the United States for an election. A lot of things are being stirred up. And so you are being reminded to continue to make sure that you are grounding yourself. That is number one, stability, grounding. All right. Now over here in area 2, we have your values. In area 3, we have communication. And it's interesting that green aventurine is in both of these areas. And this again is about your well-being. Something that you value is your well-being. And it's important that you communicate the importance of your well-being. So setting those boundaries for people who may not believe the same thing you do or have the same thought process that you do about what's going on in the world. So making sure that you set those boundaries. It doesn't mean that you don't speak what there is to say, because we're in the area of communication here. And it's not about not speaking it, but it's about honoring your boundaries. So green aventurine also helps diffuse emotions and see the situation. So in an emotionally tumultuous time, allowing you, rather than being led by emotions, ground yourself, look at both sides, and be able to see what there is to see, and have those conversations with love and with courage and emotional calmness. All right, so that's the green aventurine. Now, when we come over here to the family of origin, this area 4 here, we have septarian. That's the main crystal, like smack dab in the middle there. And septarian says, hey, use your power within. So you're in this family dynamic, this family situation. It's about grounding yourself, right? Using your power within and having courage and self-confidence to speak what it is you need to say. You notice that, like, there's this L here with these 3. Be open to change, and remember to link love into what's going on. So because this is for the collective, it's not going to apply to everyone, but there are some of you that have some family dynamics happening, and that's what this is pointing to. So I normally don't go outside of the lines, but I don't know if you can. Yes, you can see, except for you may not be able to see the bloodstone right there. Okay, there's a whole bunch of crystals that lined up right underneath the septarian. So I'm pulling them into this reading because they seem to support this using your power, your courage, and your self-confidence in this family dynamics. And red aventurine helps support you in the challenges. So there are some challenges for those of you who have the challenges in the family right now. Red aventurine is a really good crystal for you to put in your pocket or have on your hand when you go into those conversations, or if those conversations are happening in your family, in your household, get some red aventurine to put around the house. Red aventurine also calms anger, because oftentimes when we have disagreements and we have stuff that's happening, emotions rise, anger rises, and red aventurine helps you with that. So then we have the smoky quartz right here, and this supports in times of stress and sorrow, which again comes about when there is power dynamics happening in a family, and focusing um, on the solution, not the problem. So we will often, do you ever notice, like, when anger comes about, right? We get so steeped in the problem and the who's done what and who said what, and those emotions override being able to see and open your eyes to solution. So Smoky Quartz is saying, hey, open your eyes to those solutions, step back a little bit, focus, which red aventurine is about focus too. Focus in and see what are the sides, all the sides, so that you can help create a solution. And then leave behind what no longer serves. Sometimes you need to step away and you need to say, hey, this no longer fits my life, right? This no longer works for me. There's that self-expression. There's that green aventurine about being able to stay emotionally calm, but see a situation for what it is, and maybe needing to step back and away from it. Pyrite right here allows you to see beyond the facade. So when you're in these situations, when you're looking at the problem, the solution is like, what's not real here? What's happening that is not what it appears to be? Things are not as they appear to be. And Pyrite is saying, look for those things that are not what they appear to be, and leave behind what is a fraud, what is a fake. And Dragon's Blood is also about strategic withdrawal. So, if you've looked at the solution and you're focusing on the solution rather than the problem, and you're speaking from love, and you are looking to create solution, and it's not happening, the falseness of the situation is just so prevalent that it no longer aligns with you, it doesn't allow you to stay grounded, then go ahead and withdraw. Have the courage to withdraw. Sometimes we need to step back from a situation rather than continue to be in it. All right, so that area, family of origin, is pretty prevalent in this reading. Up here we have chalcopyrite, and that's in the area of partnerships, long-term relationships, intimate relationships, and then this is your career. And so chalcopyrite is, in both of these areas, you're being asked to take a look at how past challenges are showing up in your present situation. So in your intimate relationships, your personal relationships, and in your work relationships, are you seeing the same patterns? Are you like, why does this keep happening to me? I keep seeing the same thing over and over. This feels like when I dated so-and-so, or this is just like the last job I had. Everywhere we go, there we are. So take a look at what is it that you're bringing into these relationships, whether they're work or intimate relationships, that needs some healing. What is it that needs some healing, so that you are able to pick differently, choose differently, or be differently? All right, so that's the chalcopyrite. Up here in the area of 11, we have friendships, and the area of 12, we have what's hidden, and this is Amazonite, okay? And Amazonite is about truth and harmony and communication and seeing both sides. So when we're in this area of friendship, being truthful, and I have rose quartz is here. There we go. Rose quartz fell outside the line, but actually it's more for this area. So in the area of friendships, bringing love, bringing communication, seeing both sides. You're being asked this month to see both sides a lot. Seeing both sides is part of this month. So instead of getting locked in that stability of your way or the highway, you're always right, you know the way it's supposed to be, you're being asked to see both sides this month. So that's in the friendships. And then in the area of what's hidden from you is perhaps it's that other side, right? You're just a bit stuck in your ways. We all get that way. So this isn't like a you, this is the collective we. We are stuck in our ways and not seeing the other side of things. So being open to seeing the other side. And Amazonite also helps alleviate worry and soothes trauma. So remember over here we talked about what's in the past that keeps coming up in your area of intimacy and work. Here, what's hidden is some past stuff, some past, I'm going to call it trauma, that needs some healing. And that's where the rose quartz comes in, that love, that self-love. Self-love is so important to heal the trauma, to heal the hurt, to heal the pain, which then allows you to openly communicate your love and your friendship with your friends, with your social circle. Have harmony in your social circle. And healing that trauma then also helps with your workplace relationships and what's happening in your career and in your intimate relationships and in your family of origin relationships, and then in your communication. And then it helps support your values and it helps you. So if we can actually go in a backwards spiral here as well for healing trauma. And then with this, having your stability and being grounded helps you with your speaking your values and working with your family and your intimate relationships and your work relationships and your friends and your the things that are hidden from yourself. So this month is all about relationships. It is all about relationships. All right. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if this resonated with you, if this hits a chord, and know that you can have a more in-depth personal reading just for you at any time. Go to healingwithyvette.com to find out more.